The Americas is where GTN started. Go-To Nations began in Costa Rica. Daniel Williams and his wife and a team from Jacksonville went to Costa Rica, began Bible schools. They did that for a number of years. They went to Ecuador, and then we've been in Guatemala City. We've been in the Petén of Guatemala. We've had people from Mexico, Peru, Brazil, and Argentina. So our history is long in Latin America. Currently, we are here in Honduras working in various areas. Poverty is an enemy that we're fighting with daily. Honduras is a developing nation. You have extremely wealthy, you have a very small middle class, and you have a vast number of poor. Then you have a whole other class of folks. We call them here Bordos.
A Bordo is basically just an impoverished neighborhood. This is one of the poorest places that you will find in this country. 60% of the Honduran population live on less than $2 a day. And the people that live here certainly fit into that category. This is poor.
These are squatter villages, people who don't own the land. They come in, they squat on property, build whatever they can. It could be tin, cardboard, wood, and these are the people who are the real poor here.
What we're seeing here is children who have just finished rummaging through the trash. Sometimes you'll see huge areas of trash like this, and then you'll see people picking through it just to find recyclables, things like that they can try to scrape a few cents off of.
Lots of children, few fathers around, and this is the picture of Honduras right now. We know the Bible said if there's someone naked and in need of clothing or in need of food or water, and you don't take care of that, then what good is that? How do you look at the poor? How do you look at the naked children going around with parasites and 6-year-olds the size of 3-year-olds? How do you go about preaching the gospel without showing them the gospel? It's so profound to us, it's so changed us that we had to really deal with some issues within ourselves of what is valuable ministry. So we are working to alleviate and hopefully eliminate these issues that we're facing in Latin America. First thing that we began to tackle was feeding. We found a ministry that was feeding after Sunday school on Sunday morning. We expanded that project.
These are children that eat with us. They come daily. We feed 5 days a week here, and they live in this squatter village, and they are precious. They're the precious fruit of the earth.
So these children at extreme risk can come in and receive clean water, a good meal.
Gracias, Ministerio La y Go-To Nations. We love you. Woo!
With our community development. Here in Honduras, we're doing the aquaponic project. We're doing feeding along with training in aquaponics, community development. What was really fun about this was us working together.
Tienes que poner estos abajo aquí.
And I said, look, we need a couple of poles. Let's get some of the shade cloth. We need to put 2 kids in the tank. We need to put them in there. They need to hold it down and hold it up, and the 2 of them need to walk together and corral the fish in. And then the other kids, they're standing over there with the net. As we corralled the fish in there, they dropped it, and then it caught the fish, and they pull up this fish, and that such a shout of joy as they're pulling these big old tilapia fish up out of there. That was a hoot. Education today in Honduras is for the wealthy. We are working to battle that. We didn't have a school. We didn't have the resources to build a building. We didn't have the resources to hire teachers and do all that. In a month and a half, we had the provision, we had the people, we had the place, we had all that we needed to do a school. This is our first school, New Destiny Christian School, and what's really great is 6 months ago we opened our second school.
This bus goes in some of the poorest and most dangerous areas of San Pedro Sula. And the parents actually chip in to pay for the gasoline for the bus. Otherwise, these children probably wouldn't be able to go to school. And they love New Destiny Christian School.
So we have now 600 students who are high risk of not being educated, being illiterate, trapped in poverty all around them, now have an opportunity to have a vision and a dream to see something better and to do something more in their lives.
Hola!
The problem in poverty, systemic poverty, generational poverty, is it robs vision of anything different. So we must begin to bring people into a new mindset. When we can bring them to a place of really understanding that they can do anything in God, then that's our battle. We can break the mindset that keeps them in the cage of poverty. If children are presented with possibilities beyond them, they'll believe they can do it. They'll believe it. With all that's happening, aquaponics, in the orphanage, in the schools, education, we're opening up to a whole world of possibility. We have seen children come into new beliefs about themselves. See, without a dream, without a vision, without hope, there's no place to put faith, and there's no place to go. We are giving them a vision of the world in God, and now they can move forward and not just change their own lives. Listen, it's not just for them. This is for the rest of the world, because if we can do it here in Honduras, we can do it anywhere.